Everything's like so high. Okay, sorry.
Megan Khang, 1 under 70. Megan, 3 birdies against 2 bogeys. How would you describe today's round?
Today's round was pretty solid out there. When you hit into the rough, you kind of hope you make par, and you're fine making bogeys. You know it's going to happen out there, and just kind of always trying to make sure you make more birdies than bogeys. But, luckily enough, I was able to give myself some opportunities down the stretch and just kind of take it easy and stay focused on the present moment.
How did the course play today versus yesterday?
Like I said, playing in the morning definitely helps a little more. Yesterday in the afternoon, balls were definitely releasing a lot more in the fairway, so I had a few more shorter shots in, as well as like some up tees. But this morning it was still pretty good. There were some drives out there where I didn't think it was going to roll out into the rough, but it did, and you just had to deal with it. But no, the maintenance crew here has definitely kept this course very similar day in and day out, and it's incredible.
You're making your 9th appearance here. What have you learned along the way that's serving you so well?
I've definitely learned that you can't win it in the first day or the second day. It's no matter what event you're at, it's never a sprint, it's a marathon, and just kind of keep staying positive, give yourself chances, and really just kind of stay within yourself and try not to get ahead of yourself.
Go over here, Rob.
What do you expect on the weekend? How does the course change? How do the emotions change once you get to the second half of the event?
Each day is more exciting, more nerve-wracking, and you just kind of I like to look at it as an embrace it, because you can't really shy away from it. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable, and I love these kind of feelings, and I for sure know the course is gonna give it its best, and we're gonna have to give it its best to hoist the trophy.
I think you kind of touched on this earlier, how today was different. Yesterday it seemed like there was lower scores than maybe people expected.
Definitely.
And today it seems like maybe they pushed the holes a little closer to the edge. Did you feel like it was harder today, and what do you expect that to continue on the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. They moved some tees back compared to yesterday, but it's the U.S. Women's Open. You're gonna expect nothing but tough conditions, and if they happen to move a tee up, you're excited. You throw a little dance party inside, but again, you expect it to be long, hard, and windy out here. So it's just kind of, you have to mentally prepare for that.
Last year you finished 5th in December in Houston when it was also chilly and chillier conditions. Do you think back about your performance there when you're taking on Olympic Club this week?
As much as I'd love to say yes, it does give me confidence where I can play well in an event like this. But at the same time, it's such different conditions. It's a new year. It's a new setup. It's just kind of, like I said, embracing the new environment, new golf course, and just giving it all you got.
Taking a look at your round 2, you were able to start off with a birdie. I know 2 holes later, it kind of evened out there with the bogey there. But how much does that birdie on the first hole really help your momentum?
It really sets the pace. It gives you the little confidence of okay, we got the first one out of the way. Let's do this. And again, I feel like the first one's always the hardest, and to get on the first hole, it's just kind of a little confidence boost. Yes, they're out there.
We've heard from many players this week that it's if you get a par on some of these holes, it's a win. It just feels just as good as a birdie or an eagle. Do you feel the same way?
I definitely feel the same way, especially hitting, if you hit a drive in the rough, if you get a par, it feels like a birdie sometimes. And just, I think even out here at Olympic Club, if you shoot even par, it's you shot under par out here. That's how tough it is.
I know we've joked around, too, about, the colder conditions when you're wearing those short sleeve shirts and those shorts out there. Do you like the windier conditions? Do you like playing in the cold?
I don't know if I like it. It's just, I grew up in the Northeast, and just this is the kind of weather we kind of had. Lydia joked with me this morning. She was like, oh, it's cold when Megan wears pants. And I told her, I was like, oh, I got to the golf course, and I was like, oh, I definitely could have wore shorts. But no, I guess this kind of weather makes me feel kind of at home, and it's just comforting that I don't find it necessarily that cold as compared to others.
Are you a leaderboard watcher at all?
Oh, I try not to be, but I'm such a leaderboard watcher. It is so bad. I think in the interview earlier, I was checking the leaderboard before we even started. For me though, that kind of pushes me to just kind of either stay, chase and get up there with them, or just kind of okay, let's keep it going. Let's not hang back.
I was going to say, with that leaderboard, especially on 18, did you realize where you were in the tournament and when you were coming up that fairway?
Oh, I definitely knew where I was. It's just kind of I try not to, like I said, but it's just human nature for me to just kind of gaze up at that massive leaderboard and just kind of absorb it all.
Go back to Ron.
Any, how would you describe sort of the vibe with the fans? I mean, there's more fans than originally they expected. You know, for a while there was going to be no fans here, and now there seems like there's a decent amount. How did that sort of shape the event?
You know, you forget how much you miss fans until you actually get fans back, and I love it. I walked to AT&T and someone was like, "Let's go, Megan," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, we have fans. Like, it's true. Like, it's just such a different environment, and it's so welcoming. It's so exciting. Like, it's almost like, for me, I want to make a putt just to like hear the fans roar and stuff like that.
And one last thing, any memorable shot today? Any particular shot where the rough, the ball settled down, or you hit a tree, or anything sort of memorable about today, where the course showed itself?
I guess the only memorable shot was a good shot for me. I was in the fairway, and I hit like a little chip 8 into 12, and it was a nice little 1-foot birdie putt for me. So it's good memories right there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.